let's create a UDI. Let's say we have, let's say the business case at the beginning. We're developing this ProTrain database, and we're using an object that's called many objects. One object called tables, one object called icons, one object called objects, one object called menu functions, one object called sub windows, one object called organization. This is organization. This is the object type, and this is the object. This is the object type, and this is the object, and these are the rows inside the object. You know what? I would like to display every single subject that we did in one single object, since they're all coming from. Let me see what this thing is coming from. If we do help, it is coming from the icon obj file. So all of them are coming from the table obj file. Even this one is coming from the obj file table. Help? You see, it's on the obj file table. So I can design a view, a different view, not divided by object. I want them all in one single icon to view them. Here I have to view them one at a time. I want them all in one single icon to view them. How do I do that? Let me move to SQL and I go to the ProTrain database and I do create procedure. It has to start with a UDI and it has to end with an ICO. Let's call it training subjects. Okay, all the training subjects. Let's see. Created. Let's see as, and we say begin and end, and let's pass it one parameter, which is at results count. Is a small int. By default, let's make it 2048, any number. Okay? So we're creating a UDI icon, user-defined icon, ends with an I. Its name is training subjects, and it takes the results count up to 2048. And let's see, it has a select inside it. Basically, we're going to do select star from obj file. This is what we need to start with, but it's not star from obj. I don't want every obj file. I want obj file. So let's call obj file f, and we say f dot. Okay, but I don't want every single thing in f. Not all obj files. Let me inner join. Inner join objects O on O.uid equal f.object.uid. This is the first thing. So it would tell me what objects we want. So from f, let me get f.star, but let me get also let's say let's say the object dot name. Okay, this is fine. We got the object name, but not every object I want. I want all the objects that are based on the table obj file, but the objects are based on an icon, not on a table. So let's declare a variable, declare at icon UID to be an int equal. Let's select what we don't know what UID is it, so select UID from base icons, all the icons where name equal obj file equal obj file. This is the icon. Let me see what icon is it. If I run this one right now, what do I get? Great, 115. So the icon UID is equal to 115. So here I inner join on objects where object UID equal to this, and object.icon UID equal the @icon UID that we defined up there. This is the first thing. But we don't want all objects. We want only the objects that are available in this template. You see, this is the objects that are available here. How do I get them? All of them belong to the same template. Let me see. Help. It says we are based on config template protrain. Great. So we have a protrain template. All the objects that are in the protrain template. Let me go here and declare another variable. I declare at template UID an int equal to, also here I want to select UID from the template table where name equal protrain. Let me see, do we have a protrain? Yes, it's 100127. 10127. Great. So we have a template UID here. Let me do this. Let me inner join TPL object. I need the TPL objects of that template. TPL objects, let's call them T or J. Let's say J. On j.object UID equals o.object UID o.UID and j.template UID equals the @template UID that we got up there. Okay, so get me only the objects that are in that template and that are using this icon, which is the obj file. So if we run this one right now, let's say here I do go and let me execute it. What did we call it? We call it this. Let's execute it and I run it. Wow, it got me some stuff. Great, 94 rows, but I'm getting a lot of stuff. I don't want all this stuff. The first thing we said in an icon, it has to be the UID, right? The first thing is the UID. Then we need the name, the f.name. This is the name column, you see? The name column. Great. Let me get the object name. Oh, we have the object name, so let's see where we are right now. We can't create anymore, so let's do alter and execute. Oh, we have the UID, the name, and the object name. Great. But you know what? The object name, let's move that back here. When we say top menu, this is where it says top window or menu functions. Prosper interface menu functions. I need this text, the menu, the Prosper interface. Sorry. This is the type name of the project. How do I get the type name of the project? I go here, I do an inner join on the type table T on t.uid equal object.type UID. Great, right now I can access the T. So I can get, first get me the type name, then get me the object name, then get me the file name. Let's see where we are right now. Great, Prosper interface menu functions memo. Prosper interface menu functions progress. Let's see, great. Introduction start here. Prosper interface. This is really nice. How do I want to order by? Let's not order by for now. Let's keep it like this. But let's get one more thing from it, from the f. We have the f.sequence that will order them in sequence within everyone, and we have the f.desc1 which is the description that we're showing, and we have the f.name2, where we're storing the YouTube link, and we have the f.name1, that is the user. Let's see what we're doing right now. Great. So the UID of the row, the name, the type name, the object name, the row name, this row sequence, the description, the name2, which is the YouTube video. Some of them have, some of them don't have YouTube videos, and the username who created it. One more thing, which is the date, the D1 value when it was done. Let's execute it. This is it. Great. It shows me the dates. I think that's more than enough for me right now. I created a UDI, and I tested the UDI. I gave it a default value and I tested it. But since a UDI, we need one more thing to do. Since it's based on the registers table, we don't need to update here. Here we only need to view. Okay. So since it is based on the registers table, we cannot call them like this. Actually, look, name. That doesn't work. And since it's registers table, they have to be columns from the registers table. From the registers table, look, the UID is a column in the registers table, so we can say as UID, because the UID is a registers table. Name is a column in the registers table as name, so we say as name. We can't have another one, so R0 text 20 or text 30, I don't know, anything that you want to. Let's do the other one as R1 text 30. The sequence is an int, so we say R0 int. You know what, let's not use the name since we're starting like this. So R0 text 30, this one R1 text 30, easier, and this one R2 text 30 in order. Then we have a comma here, that's why it's given me an error. Okay, this is fine. Here R0 int the desk, so as R0 where are we in the R's? R3 text 30. Here as R4 text 30. Here as R5 text 30. D1 value is a date, so we say as R0 date. Where are we here? What are we doing here? An error. Where is it? UID. What does it say? F.UID. Didn't we have F? What's the problem here? R1 as 2 R3 T. Where is the problem? I don't see the problem. Let me comment this. Let's see what happened. Where is the problem? Let's comment this. F.UID from, let's take the comma from here. Okay, F.UID is okay. So let's do comma this. Name R0 text 30. Okay. I don't know what control. Let's do this. We made some error somewhere. Let's see here. No, it's not here. Let's uncomment the ones at the bottom. Uncomment this. Oh, there's something here. There's this space here. You see this space here. That's it. It's only a single space here that caused all this problem. Okay, so This is what we have. Let's try it. Great. All the columns that we need to return must be columns in the registers table. If it's a text column, it should be returned in a text. If it's a UID column, if it's an integer column, it should be returned in an int. But since the UID is there, so the first one must be a UID. And if it's a date column, we return it in a date. If it's a float column, we return it R0 float or R1 float or something like that. You see, the columns are unique. All of them are okay. That's fine. Right now we have this. Let me move. Let me go to Prosper. Let's remove this type here, and we are in Prosper icons. We enter as a DB admin, and I'm going to do a new UDI. What did we call it? Just let me just 1 second. Let me see what we called it. This is where we called it. We called it this. So we copy this part. Here we don't place the icon. The icon we don't place. The query ends with icon, but here we don't place the icon. So here we say training subjects regardless of object. Max number of rows. How many max number of rows we want? We want, let's say, 2048. Okay. What type of object is it? This is a system object. Remember the type of icon is it? The type of icon is it? Let's do add. Great. The tree node image. What do you want the image in the tree to look like? We have all the images that you want to. You can select any image that you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna select this to see where are we right now. How much we have. Add new. The stored procedure UDI trainings U objects that icon doesn't exist. It's not training U objects. It's training objects. What did we call it? Let's go back to see what we call it. Here. Training subjects. Oh, training subjects. Yeah, this is it. Huh? Training subjects. Control C. Okay. Let's move here. Training subjects. Let's see. Add new. Why it didn't find it? In what database are we here? Just 1 second. What are we? In what database are we here? Oh, we're in a different database. We're in the ATA database. Okay. We have to log into the to this. We have to be in the DB admin, not in the ATA, but in the ProTrain, because we created it in the ProTrain database. Let's move in. Now let's do new UDI. This here we said training subjects. Remember how I see how to remember it? Okay, let's say 1024. Okay, it is a system object, and we do add new. Let's select the image. We're doing this again, but we were positioned in a wrong database, and we do add new. Haha! It added it. It added it, and it positioned the mouse on top of it. You see, it selected it. This is the selected. Let's double click on it to see. You see how it did? It analyzed the stored procedure that we created. It found that the first one is 0, UID, R0 text 30, R1 text 30, R2 text 30, R0 int, R3 text 30, R4 text 30, R5 text 30, and R0 date. Remember how this is exactly how we created it. This is exactly how we created it. So it got it exactly as we did. So we created a UDI, user-defined icon. Right now we can use this user-defined icon in every object from now on.